Let's solve homework exercise number 16. This is section 3.3 homework exercises. Determine the truth value below when P is false, Q is true, and R is false for P and, in parentheses, Q or R. Now, since we're given values for P, Q, and R, you can just substitute in values. So you've got P and Q or R, just substitute in values. P is given to be false, and then parentheses, Q is given to be true, or R is given to be false. Okay, now we know we work inside parentheses first, so we're going to do the or statement right here inside parentheses. True or false is actually a true statement. A disjunction with one of them parts true, one of the statements true is true. So then we bring down the and the false from P, and then a false and true for an and or a conjunction. It is a truth value false because the only time it is true is when both are true. So finally, going through the two set order of operations, doing the disjunction, then the conjunction, we end up with a truth value of false. Okay, so the statement is definitely false. Number 17, again, we're given P is true, Q is true, and R is true, so we can substitute in. So the negation of P and Q and or, not R. So P is true, so the negation of true and parentheses Q is true, or negation of R is given to be true. So we do the negations first in order of operations. So this negation of T, negation of a true statement is false. Bring down our and, bring down our parentheses, true or negation of a true statement is false. Okay, now inside the parentheses we do the or. True or false is actually a true statement, right? An or statement with one part true is true. So we bring down the and the false from the previous step. So false and true is actually a false statement, right? For a conjunction and statement, when one, the only time it's true is one is true, or at least one of them is false, then the truth value of the entire statement is false. Okay, so we finally got down to did the entire statement, the or, the negations, the or, and the and ended up that the entire statement is definitely false for the final step. Okay, again, we can substitute in values because we're given P is false, Q is true, R is true. So P and, oops, be careful here, the negation is out in front of Q or R, right? So P is false, or negation, Q is given to be true, or R is true. Okay, so now inside the parentheses first, right? The negation's on the outside. So in this case, we do inside the parentheses first, which is the or. True is actually a true statement, right? So we bring down the negation. We have false, and negation of true is going to be a false, and false definitely has truth value false. So after we substitute, apply, do the disjunction, and then the negation and the conjunction, we end up with a truth value of false, which means the entire statement is false. All right, number 19. Again, we're given P is true, Q is true, R is false, so we can substitute in negation. Let's just start substituting in. P is true, right? So true and Q is true, true and true. Then we have another and. We have a negation out in front. P is true and R is false. Okay, so inside the parentheses, true and true is a true statement. We have to bring down our negation. We have the disjunction. True and false is actually a false statement, right? Bring down the negation. So negate F. So now we're going to do the negations next, right? Order of operations. So the negation of a true statement is false. Bring down the and the negation of a false statement is going to be true. So now we have false and true for a conjunction. If one of them is false, then the entire statement has truth value false. And now we've got our final truth value. So it is false. That means the entire statement is false. Okay, again, working through the order of operations, we did in the parentheses, then we did the negations, and then we did the conjunction, and we ended up with a false, which means the entire statement is false. Okay, number 20, again, we can substitute in because we're given P is false, Q is true, and R is false. We're given specific values. So start substituting in Q is true or negation of P, which is false. Okay, and then the right paren and left paren negation of R, which is false, or P, which is given to be false. All right, inside the parentheses, inside the parentheses, we got two operations. We do the negations first, right? So we'd have true or negation of false is true, and then and the negation here is of a false statement is true or false. Okay, now we're doing inside the parentheses the two disjunctions. True or true is actually a true statement. Then we got to go to this one. This is another disjunction. True or false is actually a true statement, right? Because a disjunction is true when either one is true or both statements are true, so we got at least one true. So then we bring down our and for the last step, and a true and true, an conjunction with both parts true is defined to be truth value true. So after we do the negations, the disjunctions, conjunction, we end up with one value which is true, which says that the entire statement, of course, then is going to be true. Okay, number 21, write the statement below in symbolic form and construct a truth table that indicate the conditions, if any. All right, this one might be a little bit, all right, this might be a little bit long. I don't want to go over time for the session, so we'll stop here at number 20, okay? We'll end this session at number 20. If you have any questions, go ahead, and this is your instructor, Dr. Swears. I hope you found these videos helpful. If you have any further questions, send me an email through the inbox, using the inbox in the Canvas course at the FSW portal, and I'll respond and to help you. All right, I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you.